Hello, welcome back to Quicks14Blog, the very last part here of Nax Construct Quarter. So that is very interesting. Like I said before, he has a positive and negative charge that's going to happen to you very often. What this means is you need to basically keep a very close eye on your debuffs. Excuse me. If you do that, I'll make this so much easier. When you see a positive or negative charge, you need to cross over to the other side and group as close as possible to everyone else, because it actually will give you a buff that'll help with damage and other things. Excuse me. As you can see here, we already have quite a few people, including one of our healers died, so I pretty much self-heal most of the, or not self-heal, but single heal it. Basically, it's not that hard. It's just coordination, people getting used to figuring out how the things work, how to stay close together as possible in order to do things. It's very possible that your charges will not change at every single rotation. It will say it. And of course, Deadly Boss mods and Big Whips helps a lot with informing you of what you change and everything, but the best way to find out is to look at your debuffs and actually see if you have X Pearl. For example, you can do the big debuffs and you'll see a big plus or a minus sign, and that'll help you find out where you need to sit, basically. We can see we're getting awful close here. This is our first attempt ever, and it's insane. We are so close to it, you know, and we are getting very, very close. I am single healing this, which was insane, and I'm just trying to keep everybody up, and you'll see just how close we get, and then we just wipe. We just ran out of time. He hit his enrage timer and just destroyed us. But for a first try, that's as amazingly close as you can get ever, because usually Thad is never that close on your first try with any raid. Granted, we have a few people there with that experience with it, but for a lot of us, I'd say about 75% of the raid there, that was our first time seeing it, let alone doing it. So that's a huge thing. So we were stoked to come back in the second time and do this, because if we can get that close that time, we can finish him off the second time easy. And that's exactly what we did. We were ready to go. We knew exactly what we needed to do. Even we just had to get a few things close up a bit and then get it done, and that's exactly what you're seeing here. So how does this plus negative crap work? In essence, when you come into the room, the boss will be facing the door, and basically, if you want to look at it from the map perspective on the mini-map, you can see where north is and relative to where I'm standing at the moment. And I am on the positive side. If you go, which is basically a little bit northeast, and if you go down northwest, which is just a little lower, you'll see that's the negative side. It's not that hard once you get used to it. The hard part is when you start, because when you first start, you're not charged, obviously, until the first charge happens, and then you got to pick your side. So the best way to help you figure out where you need to be is to stand, in the middle-ish of the way he's standing. So basically, at this viewpoint, it's on your left, and that's where you need to stand, right in front of him. And then when he goes positive, you want to go to your right. If he's negative, you want to go to your left, and then you just cross back and forth as you change from there. So as you can see, we got him down, no problem. Just freaking awesome. We were so stoked about it. That was a hell of a night, and got some really nice loot too, which was great. I had a blast. It was a lot of fun, and I healed like crazy in that one, because we did lose our healer again, so I was pretty much single healing it. Unbelievable to get Thad down in just 2 tries. It doesn't happen every day. But if you know what you're doing, and if your raid can follow it real fast, it's not a big deal. So we get a nice first roll there on our first piece of gear, and which was basically a sword, or not a sword. It was a piece of tier gear, tier 7 gear, and then of course we have this sword as our second piece of gear. Very nice stuff. Congrats to everyone who got it. That's pretty much it. That is the Construct Quarter in a nutshell. Well, in 3 parts. I hope you all enjoyed it. Much more coming. Plague Quarter coming up, and some more. See you next time.